Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Lisa, and in today's video, I'm doing a updated luxury bag collection. I did post my very first luxury bag collection a few years ago, so I'm gonna leave the video right here. In order to save us a little bit of time, I'm not gonna go through those bags that I did talk about, but if you guys have not seen it and are interested in seeing what is in that video, I am gonna just quickly power through. I had this bag, the Prada re-edition. I also have a full YouTube review on it. The second bag that I have is this belt bag by YSL. I don't have a dedicated video, but I do review it in the luxury handbag collection. I also talk about this YSL tote in this video as well as the Chloe Faye bag, the Louis Vuitton. I honestly forgot the exact name, but it's like the mini backpack that was super popular a few years ago. I also go through the Gucci Marmont bag. This bag also has a dedicated review video. In fact, I also talk about things you should think about when you buy your first luxury handbag, so make sure you go watch that video as well. I did rewatch my own video on the luxury handbag collection, and honestly, looking back on the video, when I was watching it, I was tearing up a little bit because it was filmed a few years ago, and I also didn't realize how far I've come. What I really liked in the end of that video, which I'm also going to include in this one, is a wish list and show you guys what is kind of on my wish list for the next kind of luxury bag or luxury item that I have in mind, because once again, it made me realize how far I've come. If you guys are new to the channel, all these handbags I buy for myself and nobody really buys for me except for the Gucci Marmont, which was a gift from my parents, but otherwise everything I finance on my own, and I basically save up and work really hard to get these bags. I know that these are all material things, but for me, they're also really symbolic. Anyway, I can't wait to share with you my updated collection, and without further ado, let's go through some of the new bags that I've gotten since the last video. Okay, so the first three items that I want to go through are the items from my wish list in order of purchase. Out of these three items, the first one that I got is the Chanel card holder. This one also has a dedicated video on it that I posted, so I won't go into it too much, but honestly, this was one of my favorite purchases that I got from Chanel, and I think this is the first purchase I've ever gotten for myself from Chanel that isn't like a beauty or accessory product, and this was so practical. I used it all the time. I got it in the caviar leather and absolutely love it. You can fit so many cards. It was really easy for me to categorize what cards. I also liked that there was also a pouch in the end, which makes it even easier for you to grab some cards from here as well. The next item that I got out of these three wishlist items is the Chanel 19 in size small. Once again, I also have a dedicated review video on this bag. Long story short, I absolutely love it because it holds so much stuff, and I just like that you can also wear it two ways. It's very malleable. It also doesn't look really stiff, which compared to the classic Chanel, it was more fitting to my personality. So that's kind of why I got that bag. There are different types of luxury handbag collectors. A lot of people almost collect it as a collectible, almost kind of like a museum, and they have the intention to resell. For me, and you're gonna see this in the rest of the video, is that I'm a very practical person. I also don't really think that I will be a resell type of person, and one of the reasons why I say this is because styles always recycle. I see this with fashion, and sometimes I think about, you know, all the cheap clothes that I buy, and I'm like, oh, I should have kept that, but at the end of the day, it's not good quality, so I'm not too stressed about it. However, things with luxury handbags, items that are better quality, more expensive, when I buy them, I already had that intention in the beginning. So for me, I'm like, this style is going to recycle at some point. And for me, I don't know if I'm gonna have kids, but if I do, this will be a really good, just like hand me down, if you know what I mean. So some of the most important factors that I consider is practicality. And you will see this in my review as well. And I'm personally already letting you guys know I'm not the person who takes the best care of my bags, because I fully use my bags. I don't let them sit in my room as a museum piece. I use it every day. I wanted to move on to the next item, which is, like I said, the Chanel Classic. I got this in a size small. If you guys want a dedicated review video, I can definitely show you. But I would say that this bag, Long story short, I ended up buying it at, I would say maybe probably around $13,000. It's absolutely absurd. It was about the bag, but also the symbol that this bag carried for me. I just have such a vivid memory of my parents and I going to Paris together in 2017. And I was thinking to myself, the first Chanel bag I really want to buy is this one because it's the most classic bag that you could get. You can also tell from my very first updated luxury handbag collection, I'm a very big believer as well in spending within your means. And when I made that video, I talked about how for me, I didn't feel like I deserved a Chanel at the time because, long story short, like an analogy is you don't want to be someone who drives a Lamborghini but lives in a shack type of vibe. This is just my belief. Not everyone needs to share this belief. My personal philosophy for myself is I want to be the type of person that owns a bag and I didn't stretch my financial means to get it and make myself uncomfortable in other ways. Therefore, I want the luxury item that I have to really mimic my financial state in that point in time. And that's why in that video, I said I didn't deserve one yet because I knew it wasn't my time. This is also why me saying that video kind of made me tear up because I remember when I did finally buy this bag, I had that memory and I was thinking, I'm so proud of myself right now because this took years in the making, over 7 years, I think, 6 to 7 years in the making. And I saved up. And when I went to purchase this bag with my card, I remember thinking it did not stress me out. So I got this also in Paris where you can save a little bit of money because foreign goods are a lot more expensive in North America. So if you want to buy luxury goods, it's always good to go to the source, which is in Paris. Maybe I will do a detailed video on how I feel about the bag and the review of it. But long story short, I feel like I really do use this bag a lot. I chose the small because I am a very short person. I'm 5'1" for context. So the medium actually did look proportionately big on me. However, in terms of practicality, I wish I got the medium because it does really hold a lot. I also do find that this bag is very hard and not as malleable as the Chanel 19. So it doesn't fit as much as you want or as much as it looks because it's really, really hard and you can't really kind of just like bend and stretch your way through. I don't use this bag all the time, but I really do think it does go with many, many, many outfits. So from that sense, this would hold, I would say, like a medium amount, sort of like between your classic small mini bags and obviously the Chanel 19. So this is kind of the size for that, but this was more of a symbol for me when I got this bag more than anything. The next item that I got, and this is in no particular order, but I will just kind of try my best to go through kind of the order that I remember, is the Dior Carol bag. I also have a dedicated review video on this bag, but long story short, this bag surprised me in how practical it is and the looks of it as well. I have a ton of pictures on Instagram on how I styled this bag, and once again, please go watch the review video on how much you can fit in this bag, but for context, quite a bit, and it really goes with everything. So you can wear it kind of crossbody or you can wear it as a shoulder bag, and there's also a back pouch that you guys know I love from the wallet to put some stuff in here as well. One of the next bags that I got is this mini Fendi purse. Honestly, this is probably my most used bag ever. I love it so much. There's so many ways you can wear it. You can wear it like this, just like literally around the wrist, which I actually do a lot. You can obviously also take this off and just wear it as a clutch. I went and bought an additional strap for this. The strap alone is so freaking pricey. Like, just think of a number in your mind, how much this strap would be. I think when I paid for it, I think it was around $1,000 Canadian, but it did make this bag more casual. So that's why I really, really liked that I bought the strap, and I have no regrets buying the strap. The original strap that it also comes with is this one right here. I also love this because once again, you can wear it as a shoulder bag. You basically link it like this and then it becomes a shoulder bag because it's shorter, or you can leave it long and you can either wear it as a crossbody as well. Because of the material, once again, very malleable. So I will say that it does hold a lot just simply because you can stretch it out. And I really like that I got it in a white. Even if you don't want to get the mini baguette in the white, I really highly recommend that you do get a white bag in general because white bags honestly go with everything, especially in the summertime. I will say that it was a day in Amsterdam that I was shopping for a white bag, and I was debating between one of the Dior bags and also this one. And after going back and forth between the two stores, I just remember thinking this one was way more practical, and I have absolutely no regrets. The next bag that I got, once again, this is in no particular order, is this Prada Cleo bag. Honestly, this is the bedazzled bag, and I bought this bag because I was going to so many influencer events where people were constantly dressed up. I wanted to invest in a bag that was really glitz and glam, and I got exactly what I wanted with this bag. It's funny because I kind of thought that this would be such an extra bag that I just got it for work, but a lot of my friends, even though they don't attend a lot of events per se, a lot of them actually thought about this bag as well and have regretted it when they didn't get it. So I highly recommend looking into this, even if your job isn't just like, oh, well, you know, you're always going to events, so you need something like this. I actually don't think so. I think this is a really nice bag that you could potentially invest in. Once again, for context, I think compared to my very first video where I was like, I need to get all the classic stuff first, I have graduated from that mindset a little bit because, as I mentioned, I have come a little bit longer of a way. So I am proud of myself. So I feel like now I can buy something a little extra like this. If you are also like me, where you're like, well, I'm still not gonna get like a bag that is so out there, like a mosaic on a Chanel type of vibe. This is kind of the gateway to that, where we're starting to trend a little bit away from classic and we're trying to go into a little bit of unique trending pieces. This is a very good gateway piece for that. Another really good thing about this bag that I'm not showing is that it also comes with a strap where you can make it crossbody. So right now you can honestly just wear it as a shoulder bag, but this can also be worn as a crossbody bag as well. This fits a lot more than you think it would. It fits a lot less than the other classic Cleo, but it does fit more than you would expect. If you want me to do a review on this bag as well, I absolutely can, because I really like this bag. The next bag that I got is this Dior, I don't know what you would call this actually, but this Dior coin purse bag-ish. It's very small, as you guys can see. The reason I got this is because I really wanted something to wear more as an accessory, to be honest, where I can still put some things in there, but not too much, especially when I was going to the bar or to the club or just like to a concert or something like that. This bag actually had gotten so much use out of it, especially if you guys have seen those TikToks where it's like when you offer to pay or something and then you open the bag and it's just one lip gloss. I feel like it's very much giving that vibe. It really doesn't fit a lot. I would say it fits my keys, it fits like my mini lip oil, mini lip liner, and a lipstick, and I would say that would be the capacity of it. I can also do a proper review, but honestly, I really do not regret this purchase at all. Another thing I have personally never done is you can also unstrap this in the back, and you can basically put and just use this kind of as like a coin purse or something like that. But I have, like I said, personally never done that, but I think I might actually start doing it because I feel like sometimes I just need to hold a little bit more cash, and maybe I can do that with this bag. One of the next items that I got is this Chanel bag right here. This one I didn't get new. Everything you've seen so far here, I bought brand new in store, in retail. This is the only item in my collection that I did not buy from its original retailer. This one I got from The Real, and I saw this bag and I just needed to have it. The year that I got this, I was so obsessed with black and white Chanel for some reason. I was looking at black and white Chanel shoes, black and white Chanel bags. I don't know why I had that phase. I still kind of do a little bit, but like I was so down bad that year though. I was literally searching on every luxury reseller, consignment, like everything. When I finally saw this, I had no intention of buying this. I actually bought it in store at The Real in New York City when I was there for New York Fashion Week. And when I saw this, I was like, done getting it. And at first I thought I would regret it, but fast forward today, absolutely no regrets. This is probably one of my favorite purchases in the world. It is a shoulder bag. You can also obviously wear it crossbody as well. I'm just so obsessed with this bag. The next bag that I got is this Loewe bag, and this one, oh my gosh, my friend Danya had this bag in our trip to Greece, and when I saw her pull out this bag, I've never seen it before otherwise, when I saw her pull out this bag, I'm like, add to cart. I was so in love with it. I don't know what it is. When you look at this bag, like, I don't know if it speaks to you the way it speaks to me, but I was like, love at first sight. The way that it's designed is so gorgeous. The raffia is also a little bit lighter than other forms of raffia that are in the market, and I just love the contrast between the black and the raffia. I was shocked when this is just how the bag came in. I actually ordered this online before I went to travel in the summer. Like, I posted this on Instagram. I think I ordered it in like March or May or something like that. I can't even remember, but I just remember thinking like, I need to have this bag for my summer trip. One of the things that I found a gap in my collection was I was lacking a very summery bag. So for context, if you guys can see the wide range of my collection, you can kind of see that there isn't like a very common theme, and that was done very intentionally. I wanted to kind of get to a point in my collection where I had an item for each occasion. For example, the white bags for my lighter outfits like this and the summertime, etc., and black bags for everyday occasions, fall, winter, etc. Bags that hold a lot, bags that hold a little bit. So there's a lot of diversity in my bags, and that was all for good reason, because I wanted that diversity. The one gap that I did find this year, or sorry, early last year, was I had a gap in the actual summer beach bag area, and that is why I ended up going for this one. I will say that this isn't as practical as it looks, purely because if I was the designer at Loewe or whoever was in charge of this one in particular, I really would have put a black pouch in the middle for you to put your stuff and then kind of have like a drawstring to tie it together. So because of this, I would have to put a dust bag in there myself. So I think in the summer, I would put like, not this one, but something of this size. Like I think I put the Saint Laurent one, and I would put it in here, and it would look like this. And I could put my stuff in here, and then I would tie it together. One of the other reasons I liked doing that is because when I didn't do it, everything was falling out of my bag, like left and right, because you're walking and your bag is swinging and things are just like flying left and right. So I found that when I did this, it just also secured my items. Loewe, if you happen to be watching this video, here is my complaint, and you really need to update this. That would be my only complaint. It does come with like a drawstring in the middle though. So I will say that it is quite practical in terms of the quantity of stuff you can put in here. Like I can put my tripod in here. I can also put obviously like my thick cameras, etc. So this is actually quite good for the beach. Like I even would put my Kindle and, you know, my sunscreen, etc. But once again, also to protect the bag, I would put it in a dust bag first. Just a little FYI, but I have absolutely no regrets in buying this bag, because not only for me is the beauty of this bag, but also just I needed a nice little raffia beach bag. Okay, so the next three and the last three items that I want to share with you are all items that I bought from outlets. If you guys didn't know, there are a lot of luxury outlets out there, and the one reason I love luxury outlets is because A, you're paying the price and sometimes even better than what you pay from consignment, but also B, it is actually brand new. So you're pretty much shopping consignment because they're older models of the bag, but it's brand new. And what is better than that? You are paying at a discount and it is still never been used, never been owned. So I personally love, love, love outlets. If you guys ever have a chance to go to Taiwan, I highly recommend going to the Gloria outlets. It's very close to Taipei and you can get there by the high-speed rail. And that is where I scored two of these items. So the first item is this one. I got it in June of 2024. It is this YSL Raffia bag. Already you can see what I mean by the darkness of the raffia. I feel like this color is what you typically see when it comes to raffia, which is why this one stood out to me so much. I liked the lightness of this as well as kind of the smoothness as well. This one, obviously I still truly love the color, but I just wanted to show you the comparison in color. This one, I just loved it because I've never seen anyone with this YSL Raffia bag before. It is also so practical because you can wear it as a shoulder bag. You can obviously hold it as a clutch. And the most important thing is that you can fit so much stuff in here. It is crazy. And I was even able to fit my digital camera in there and my big one as well, not my small one. So this one was just so practical, and I look forward to using it again this upcoming summer. The next item that I actually got from the outlet is this YSL Coin Pouch. After using the Chanel one for so many years, one thing that I will say is that eventually, especially when I started traveling, I realized I needed something with like a coin / cash capacity. In North America, we're predominantly like a cashless continent, but I will say that when you travel to places like Asia and Europe, there's still a lot of places that use cash, especially coins. If you guys follow me on Instagram or kind of follow along the vlogs, you guys will know that I do travel quite a bit, and I do therefore use a lot of cash. So while the Chanel was perfect for my Canadian, North American living, because we're such a card place, I find that this actually served me better while I was traveling, because I would be able to put a lot of my cash and coins in this pocket, but at the same time have some of my important cards in here as well. And I also just loved the color of this. I think I didn't want to own another black card holder. I think I was getting to a point where I was like, I can't own another black bag right now because it's getting really boring. So I'm starting to veer off a little bit, but like I said, I'm still in that like gateway phase. Like I'm not gonna own like a fluffy, multicolored Chanel just yet. I don't think that is where what I said earlier about where I think my disposable income is. So while I am diverging a little bit and veering off a little bit, I'm still not full-blown crazy colors, crazy patterns, materials, like just one-off trendy bags. That being said, may I introduce to you my biggest regret bag? It is this one right here. This one is the Versace bag, and honestly, I wish I simply got this in a different color, because the pink is just a little too hot pink, if you know what I mean. I feel like if this bag was a light pink color, I would have absolutely adored it and used it. But the issue is this one, the shade of pink was just a little too out there for me. I wish it was a little bit more muted size-wise, and also just how practical it could have been is actually a lot. It's just, I'm so sad that I don't use this bag as much as I wish I could because of the shade of pink. But nevertheless, it is still a beautiful, beautiful Versace bag. And there's also a little word imprint in the back. I also did get this from an outlet, so I didn't buy it at full price. And maybe that's also why I justified the color, because I was like, it's at a discount, etc. But looking back, I would rather have paid full price for something I would have really, really loved. One thing I will say is that my preferences also kind of jump back and forth. I remember in one of my jewelry videos, I do a lot of jewelry review videos, as you guys can see, but in one of my jewelry review videos, I talked about how one ring was my favorite, and then the next time it was another ring. I just feel like a lot of people don't understand how your preferences can fluctuate, and because of this is also why I don't sell my bags, because I'll give you the perfect example. One second, I'm gonna go grab it. So this is my Jacquemus black bag, and for some reason, early last year, I don't know why this happened, but I started seeing this bag sort of as an eyesore. I don't know why. For some reason, it just pissed me off, and I was ready to sell this bag. But thanks to my laziness, I never got around to selling this bag. Then, I don't know what happened in around October or something of the same year. So literally like 10 months later, for some reason, I fell in love with this bag again. And now I wear it every single day. And I can't stop wearing it. Like, in fact, I wear so much, like my stuff is currently in this bag. It's just, I'm like, wow, it fits the perfect amount of stuff. I can kind of carry it like this. I can take the straps off and etc. And I wear this all the time. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that every time I think about even selling a bag, which I'm already like, sometimes I look at my bags and I'm like, I didn't really take that great care of it. Like if you look at my white Fendi, if you can kind of see, there is some discoloration here. You can also see little like nicks around the bag because like I said, I use this bag like every day for like every dinner at some points in the summer. I just personally hope that there's gonna be one year where I'm like, I'm freaking obsessed with hot pink and wear it all the time. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that is my current updated luxury handbag collection. I also want to do a video on my luxury accessory collection, as well as, like I said, the mid-tier designer bag collection. I think that one is actually going to be really, really nice and helpful for a lot of people. But in the meantime, I want to talk about some of my wish list items because hopefully in the next few years, I can watch back on this video and be like, whoa, Lisa, we've come so far again. So right now, there are a few things on my wish list. The first one is a Cartier watch. I know it's not a bag, but I just want to throw that in there. But it's the gold Cartier watch with the diamonds around it. And it was so beautiful when I tried it on. I felt like a completely different human being when I tried it on. Anyway, so that one's on my wish list. The next one is a mini Kelly. I think it is so cute. It's the Hermes mini Kelly. I just think it's adorable. And I want that to be like the next practical bag when I get to that disposable income bracket. Oh, and the other one that I really want to get for the longest time is like a fuzzy Fendi bag. There was also one that I saw from so long ago that I really, really wanted. And the other one I really want is a Chanel mini bag that has a fun color, either like a light pink or light yellow, but something that is like a very, almost like a mini vanity case vibe. It doesn't have to be a vanity per se, but that's that sort of size. So I would love to own one of those. And right now that is all that is currently in my wish list, but we will see. I feel like sometimes my preferences change and also depending on what is trending that year. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you guys have any questions, leave it down below. And if you own any of my wish list item, please let me know down below as well. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.